Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Tickety10 back in here on PlayStation Source, and as you guys recall, of course, this week we got a huge blowout of the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, the official PS5 controller for the PlayStation 5, as we talked about on Tuesday, as well as yesterday. We went over when we could possibly see the PS5 in regards to the controller as well. But now I wanted to discuss a little bit that's been kind of floating in my mind and different thoughts that have, I've just put it on a document and want to talk about what the controller could be telling about the future of PS5. So without further ado, here is where I think we're going in terms of what we can garner from the controller design and different stuff like that, and where we will go with the PS5 and beyond. So first up here, of course, usually, I don't know if it's usually, but I feel like, especially with the PS4, of course, the first glimpse that we got of the console was the PlayStation 4's DualShock 4 controller, which got revealed at the PlayStation meeting, and, that was where we first got it in a very similar way that we are getting right now with the PS5, how we just saw the DualSense before the box and everything. And so, obviously, one can make some clear connections with how the hardware might be looking based off of the controller. And so of course the DualShock 4 looks a little bit similar in design and has just overall just very close cues to the PS4's design, and we can kind of garner a lot off of the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. And so with that being said, I'm gonna go over one of the obvious points that I have here on the list, and like that is that it's pretty clear that the PS5 will likely be white or feature a lot of white on the console's hardware, because why would you have a white controller than like a black box? You know what I'm saying? Unless they do it and it looks really cool, but I feel like we're probably gonna get a white box, or maybe if they are emphasizing this dual tone design with the PlayStation 4, maybe we're gonna have some sort of dual tone PlayStation 5 or some sort, maybe like a white and black or some sort of like silver and black. But nonetheless, I expected it to look really sleek, obviously, and even with these concepts that we have here on screen, this was rendered by Sonoran, whatever that says in the bottom. It's right there on the picture, brought to us by Let's Go Digital, and it's a really cool design. There's a lot of really cool stuff here, and there's even a black console as well that they showed off as well, with that blue streak. It looks really nice, I'm saying. So if it looks anything close to that, I'd be happy with it, I'm saying. Like, even with me saying that I'm not the biggest fan of having white technology on my desk. I like to keep all my tech, blacked out and have a nice, sleek, black-looking design to it, except for my Switch. My Switch gotta be my blue and yellow Joy-Cons. But, beside the point, I like to keep it all black, mostly. But I think it could be cool to have this looking design, at least from these renders that are fan-made. They're not official, but they're fan-made. But I also feel like there's a little bit more to this whole story and to this whole scope, you know what I'm saying? Like, while those really cool fan-made renders look awesome, and hypothetically speaking, if those were close to what the PS5 will look like in actuality, I think it'll look really nice and everything. But I feel like there's something to be said about them sort of emphasizing the dual tone colors of the PlayStation 5 controller, the DualSense controller that we talked about before. So I feel like they could be telling a lot more of a focus in terms of what they are focusing on in terms of design for the first go of PlayStation 5. So of course we had a quote here from the PlayStation blog that we did a whole video on Tuesday when they announced the whole controller. It says, quote, "Now let's talk about the colors. Traditionally, our base controllers have a single base color. As you can see, we went a different direction this time around and decided on a two-tone design." So while, those are only two sentences, really, that cover the colors of the PS5 overall, the PS5 controller, obviously, overall in that article, I feel like, there could be something there. Maybe this is me just, wishful thinking, but this is gonna lead to my next point, right? So it's no secret that PlayStation has been really good with hardware design, right? If you look back to the PS4 with that first base console, it looks stunning. Like, it's angles, its matte finish with its sleek gloss top on the upper part of the PS4. Overall, like, it looks really good, so I feel like them with hardware design, they've always been really good. Now, we can all crack jokes about the PS4 Pro, about the Big Mac PS4 Pro, about the triple layer PS4 Pro. We can make jokes about that, right? But overall, I feel like the PS4 Pro in itself looks really good hardware wise as well. Like, it looks like a really sleek, nice console. At least I feel like, it's not the I feel like the regular PS4, the base PS4 is a little bit better in terms of design, but the PS4 Pro is not bad. I like it too, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like overall they have a nice hardware design overall, but in terms of colors and the actual aesthetic of their hardware, it's mainly just been black, you know, unless we're talking about the special edition consoles. Like the Spider-Man PS4 console is really nice looking, the God of War console is really nice looking as well, the PlayStation 25th anniversary one is really cool as well. But overall, like from a base perspective, they've really just been like a few colors here and there, and not really that aesthetically, you know, pleasing or just outlandish in a type of way, or really anything like out of the ordinary. It's just really been the base colors, you know. And so I feel like with them going with that two-tone design on the controller, I feel like there may be a bigger emphasis on the aesthetic design of the PlayStation 5 moving forward. And there's one feature that Xbox has had that I've been really wanting to have on PlayStation side, which we'll go into right now. Jeez, man, this white is blinding me, but we are here on the next point of this video, right? So if you guys are not aware, right, so this was announced, I believe it was like 2 or 3 E3s ago at the Xbox press conference, where they announced the Xbox Design Lab, right? So this is a website that you can go to on the Microsoft website, and you can actually order a custom controller, and you can even buy some that are like, you know, there's one from Ninja over here, there's one for Horizon Zero Dawn, Metro, 2K, all the good stuff, and so you can buy one of these, you know, pre-designed controllers already, or you could customize and design your own Xbox controller, right? So considering that they are doing a now two-tone design on the DualSense PlayStation 5 controller, I'm hoping that we get something like this for the PlayStation 5 controllers, because I think this would be a really, really cool addition. Because if you guys see here, there's a lot of different things that you can do with this. So there's a standard where it's just a regular, just base color. You can do a camouflage design. I would do like a blue. Ooh, that looks hot, you know what I'm saying? Or a shadow, which is kind of my favorite one right here. I love this one. We're gonna design a controller that I would like to make off of a DualSense. Like if I can make and design these colors for the DualSense controller, I'm down with that. So let's do a shadow, right? No, let's do this blue shadow. It's a little bit more expensive, but $10 to me, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would totally pay whatever for a very cool custom controller. So we have the rubberized grips. I think this is going to be the back plate. Yeah, so right over here. I want to make that one match the gray. Is that a close approximation? This one seems lighter. Yeah, is it this one? Which one is? No, it's definitely. So we'll roll with that one. The bumpers we'll keep yellow, because you know I like my blue and yellow. We'll do the triggers. Yep, yellow as well. That's all good. The D-pad, let's make that yellow. Why not? You know what I'm saying? The thumbsticks, you already know we gotta do it yellow. And then let's see here with the buttons. Ooh, I would like to do this right here, you know what I'm saying? Because I have another video coming up later on going over some of the custom ones that you guys have been making on Twitter, and I want to go over some of those and kind of give those a little showcase and pick out my favorites. But definitely the ones that retain the base colors of the sacred symbols over here, or the Xbox buttons over here as well, that is what I'm looking for in the controller for sure, right? So we get those buttons. Just imagine this but a DualSense, okay? Just imagine that, right? And then let's see here. Oh, so this is for the options and the start button and stuff like that. We'll do something like this. I would like them to pop and be super like contrasty, where we have like the white symbol and the pitch black ring. We'll you know, do that. And engraving if you want to. I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually do one. But let's see, $10. So if I were to do that, it'd be around $100. Honestly, for a really good looking custom controller like that, I would probably do it. So like it'd be like hashtag what we got? What's a good hashtag, guys? It's pizza time. You know what I'm saying? It's pizza time. You know what I'm saying? If we did that, oh, it's right there on the bottom. I probably wouldn't do an engraving. If it's right there, I wouldn't do an engraving. But nonetheless, you can see here, guys, like this is a really, really cool feature that I wish PlayStation did something like that. So hopefully with them talking about this DualSense and, you know, with the whole dual tone on the PS5 controller, maybe we might be able to get this sometime in the future. I would love that. But let me know what you think down below. Would you like to see this sort of design lab on the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller? Let me know your thoughts down below. But hey guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you guys feel about the prospect of having a PlayStation Design Labs for the DualShock 5? Not DualShock 5. I'm going to take a lot of time to remember that. The DualSense 5 controller. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure also while you are down there to check out the description where you can find our Twitter, our Discord, as well as our Anchor link to us in long form content and podcast format. That, of course, being Road to Part 2 and Save Slot Podcast as well when we get that going. Okay, this week we had issues with recording. Apologies on that. We'll get it back going next week. So make sure to follow those links down below in the the description. Like the video if you enjoyed it, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest of PlayStation and all things PlayStation 5. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.